It has this little white dot on it, which is not a camera. In fact, I don't even know what this dot does. This is going to be a weird time. Over the past couple days, the 3G networks across Australia have been officially closed. What that means is that although I have an iPhone 11 that I've only had since 2020, because that iPhone 11 was, unbeknownst to me, incredibly dodgy, I now just basically have a glorified iPod that can take photos and can sometimes send texts. As a result, I have been forced to use this. This is a Nokia something. It has very limited features. It only has a very small amount of storage space, but I was able to fit one song on my phone, just one song. So I could listen to this one particular song that my friend recorded for her album back in 2015 on repeat if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do that because my old phone, the one that's pretty much useless now, still has the capacity to play music, and it can even play Spotify if connected to the Wi-Fi, but obviously it doesn't have a SIM card in it. This phone is incredibly annoying though, because I've had to text so many people who've texted me explaining to them that I have a new phone, so I don't know who's texting me. So what I thought would be really fun is if I were to document my experiences using this phone and what it's like, basically, to have a dumb phone in 2024. When I was in high school, there was a rule that I don't think ever changed in my 6 years there, essentially banning camera phones from being brought into school. And I always thought that was really funny because my high school was from 2006 to 2011, and I don't think you could really get a phone that wasn't a camera phone from 2006 to 2011, unless you were getting like a pre-owned one from the early 2000s or even the late 90s. My friends, I have in my hands a non-camera phone. This phone does not have a camera on it. It has this little white dot on it, which is not a camera. In fact, I don't even know what this dot does. This is going to be a weird time. Inspired by my foray into primitive technology, I decided to impulse buy some more stuff from eBay, such as a 2010 Sony Handycam, which actually looks pretty nice. My childhood CD player. This isn't my actual childhood CD player, although it is a slight possibility it could be, but this is the exact same CD player that I had as a child. And in keeping with the phone theme, I only have one CD. This is the only CD I have in my collection. Silverchair live from Faraway Stables, so I guess I'm gonna be playing this a lot on repeat. And finally, a PS2 slim model that for some reason I thought was going to be the fat model, even though it literally said slim in the description, so I look like a dumbass. But on the plus side, it has a random car racing game, V8 Australia Race Driver, so I guess that's good. And it came with a bunch of Crash Bandicoot games as well. Not to mention my personal favourite that I am very much looking forward to playing, Happy Feet for PlayStation 2. I have no idea what you're meant to do in this game. I guess I will find out. Also, this PlayStation does not have a memory card, I don't think, so I'm gonna have to source one from somewhere. So yeah, that's exciting. One thing that I do find really fun about this phone, and honestly really addictive, is there is a snake game on there. I could definitely see myself playing this for hours and hours. Like, it's super fun.
One day later.
I've had this phone for a couple days now, and I haven't really used it all that much. And I haven't really used my other phone either, to be honest, because my other phone is essentially a glorified iPod, but I can still use Waze, like my GPS app that I use in the car. I don't know why, but it still works, so I continue to use it. And I can also do Apple Pay still with my phone, even though it doesn't have a SIM card. But I'm trying to not do that as much, so I'm using like my actual physical card. The one thing that I do have on my phone that I don't have a physical version of is my Woolworths reward card. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and get a screenshot of my Woolworths rewards card and print it so that I can have a physical version, because I'm pretty sure when I got it, I lost the card like instantly, and that's why I have it on my phone. But yeah, no, I haven't really done much with this. The only thing I have done is we had this Pride thing thing happen at my work and people were giving out stickers. So I put one on the back of my dumb phone. So I guess I've personalized it a little bit now. The other cool thing about it is that I haven't charged this in like 3 days. It's still on, I'd say, about 60 to 65% battery. I guess that when you have nothing to do on the phone and limited storage space and virtually no functionality, there's not really much you can waste the battery life on, so that's good, I guess. So this phone also takes USB-C, so it has a USB-C port, and then that's how it charges. So you could charge it like in the car. I could plug it into this computer actually and charge it off my computer. So that's really good, really convenient. So in other news, I took this out to the beach and got some cinematic footage of the waves and a payphone. I also dropped it while I was there, like I dropped it, it fell out of my pocket and it fell onto some concrete, so I'm a little bit concerned about it, but it still works. I also don't know if this has a microphone connection of any sort. I hope it does because the sound quality is really, really bad. So I guess if I was to film with it, I would need to use like a lapel microphone or something like that and just connect that to an external thing, because I don't know if there's any way of getting around the terrible sound quality from this lovely 2010 Sony Handycam. Still a really good camera though, I still really like the footage. Got some good batteries for my CD player, so that's good. I still only have the one CD. Next time I go to my parents' place, I'm gonna get more CDs because I have a bunch of them there. I don't think I'll get one for my like hi-fi setup at this stage, but I think it would be fine with this. I'm also still yet to plug in and set up my PS2. I think what I will do is get an HDMI adapter for it. I might also get an HDMI adapter if I can find one for my Nintendo 64, which is at my parents' house, because I have, not really new, but like a reasonably new TV from 2018. It's a smart TV. It's a pretty nice one. And, you know, most people say that to play retro games you should use an older TV, but I don't want to get another TV, so I'm just going to stick with my TV, but just get nicer plugins and stuff for my game consoles that I use.
A few moments later.
Hey, what's up? Editing me. Side note, but these headphones, so comfortable, sound amazing, 10 out of 10 would buy again, but it would be very remiss of me to not mention that I now have a high score of 35 on Snake. This phone is really shiny, so you can probably see my iMovie and other stuff on the screen, but we're working on it. We're gonna improve that.
The next day.
Dumb phone update. I'm anticipating that I'm going to be stuck with this phone for a little bit longer than I had originally hoped, which isn't great. It is what it is. I'm up to 45 on Snake. I still haven't charged the phone, and the phone is on, I would say, somewhere between 35 and 45%. So that's good at least. I keep accidentally turning the radio on, which is really annoying because want to be listening to the radio on my Nokia. I just wiped my iPad, so I'm going to be sending my iPad off at some stage, but apparently like I have to get sent the packaging in order for me to send it so that I can get money for it, and it's also got a little bit of a tiny dent in it, so I've got to sort out how I can get that fixed before I send it off, because I don't want to send it off if it's like not cosmetically good or whatever. But other than that, yeah, I haven't really done all that much with this phone. I've made one phone call with it. I'm going to the airport on Friday, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about like checking in and stuff. Because usually when I go on a plane, I'll use like the wallet thing. Like most people use the wallet thing. Yeah, I can't really use that. I did screenshot my Woolworths card. So I now have a digital version of my Woolworths card that I'm going to print and use as a physical card. I'm sure there is a physical card out there somewhere for it, but I can't be bothered to look for it, so I'm just going to use the weird version that I made on my phone by screenshotting it. Given that I'm going to have not much technology for the foreseeable future, I decided I should probably expand my CD collection. So I paid another visit to my good friend electronicbay.com.au. I thought it would be really fun to go onto eBay and find a cool selection of classic albums that just really speak to me as a person. $50. Do I do it? There's a lot of... free postage though. Okay, looking at eBay right now, and some of the prices for some of these CDs are a little bit ridiculous. Like this one. Listen, I know the summer of 2001 was pretty good, but $33 for a pre-owned So Fresh CD from 2001. Like, it's not even a new one, it's pre-owned. This is what I'm talking about. Winter 2004, $7.70. Would I pay $7.70 for that? Probably not, but you know, it's better than $33 for summer of 2001. Over the next couple days, I'm gonna try and get some more CDs. I will probably go to my local op shop, maybe Vinnie's, or if there's any other op shops around that I haven't seen yet, probably hit those up as well. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get any CDs onto my computer because I don't have a computer that has a DVD drive yet. I am also getting an iPod within the next week, hopefully. I've got one coming that's going to be like a restoration project, and then I've got another coming that I'm not going to try and open up because it's an iPod Classic 7th gen, and from what I've seen, a lot of people find it really hard to fix those up, so I'm just going to use that as just a basic iPod. So yeah, that's the plan for the next couple days, so stay tuned.